Krishna!
Hare Krishna!
It's advertising the Hare Krishna runners today. You can see here. All the runners out there. Yes, we do have a running group, Hare Krishna Runners. You can join up. Just get in touch with us. We'll connect you. So we're reading from the Bhagavatam, running through the Bhagavatam at a marathon pace. And where are we?
Canto 4, Chapter 24, Text 39.
Haribol! Excuse me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 39. My dear Lord, you are the gigantic universal form which contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. You are the maintainer of the three worlds, and as such you maintain the mind, body, senses, and air of life within them. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. As the individual body of the living entity is composed of millions of cells, germs, and microbes, the universal body of the Supreme Lord similarly contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. Lord Shiva is offering his obeisances to the universal body, which includes all other bodies, so that everyone's body may fully engage in devotional service. Since this individual body is composed of senses, all the senses should be engaged in devotional service. For instance, the smelling instrument, the nose, can engage in smelling the flowers offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. The hands can engage in cleansing the temple of the Lord, etc. Indeed, being the life air of every living entity, the Lord is the maintainer of the three worlds. Consequently, he can induce every living entity to engage in his real life's duty with full bodily and mental strength. Thus, every living entity should serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his prana, life, artha, wealth, intelligence, and words, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:22-35. Eta janma saphalyam dehi nam iha dehisu rane arte diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. Even though one may desire to engage in the service of the Lord without sanction, one cannot do so. Lord Shiva is offering his prayers in so many different ways in order to show living entities how to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Interesting last line. Even though one may desire to engage in the service of the Lord without sanction, one cannot do so. And then it goes on to say that Lord Shiva is offering his prayers in different ways in order to show living entities how to engage. So yeah, it's interesting. It's like the message is follow in the footsteps, follow the previous gyros, follow the authorities. Like Prabhupada says, get yourself a bona fide spiritual master. If you want a 2-penny spiritual master, Krishna will arrange that, but you'll just get 2 pennies worth back. So I know. But that's what stood out, that even you cannot just engage, for the sake of engaging, and sentimentality, and a lot of the time, not to put down in any way Hinduism, because I'm just saying, speaking from my experiences when I say these things, but especially when we're growing up, a lot of the times you may ask why we do this, what we do that. Some of the things may feel a bit funny, but it's just done, It's interesting. And then you come to Prabhupada's books and that, and then you can understand, do it like this, and why you do it, and don't do it like that. So it's interesting, these points.
Okay. Text 40. My dear Lord, by expanding your transcendental vibrations, you reveal the actual meaning of everything. You are the all-pervading sky within and without, and you are the ultimate goal of pious activities executed both within this material world and beyond it. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto you. First point is it's very interesting that excuse me, really sorry about that. First interesting point is that here you have Lord Shiva offering prayers to someone else who is obviously the Lord. He's referring to them as the Lord. So oftentimes we may get personalities who say that, no, Lord Shiva is the supreme. He's the supreme Lord. He's the topmost of the gods or of the demigods. But actually we see here very clearly that Lord Shiva is offering prayers to someone. He's offering prayers to someone else. Purport. Vedic evidence is called Shabda Brahma. There are many things which are beyond the perception of our imperfect senses. Yet the authoritative evidence of sound vibration is perfect. The Vedas are known as Shabda Brahma because evidence taken from the Vedas constitutes the ultimate understanding. This is because Shabda Brahma, or the Vedas, represents the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, the real essence of Shabda Brahma is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. By vibrating this transcendental sound, the meaning of everything, both material and spiritual, is revealed. This Hare Krishna is non-different from the personality of Godhead. The meaning of everything is received through the air, through sound vibration. The vibration may be material or spiritual, but without sound vibration, no one can understand the meaning of anything. In the Vedas, it is said, Antarba hishchatat sarvam vyapya narayana stitaha. Narayan is all-pervading, and he exists both within and without. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 13:34. Yata prakashatya eka kritsnam lokam imam ravihi. Shetram shetri tata kritsnam prakashayati bharata. O son of Bharat, as the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so do the living entity and the supersoul illuminate the entire body by consciousness. Very nice point, last point. Very pertinent. And that's the end of a paragraph. So again, the Lord is reading here. He's glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prabhupada is really honing in on this point of Shabda Brahma, which is sound vibration. Often referred to as, if you want to know who your father is, you just simply have to ask your mother. And your mother will give you knowledge and you can accept that. Otherwise, the alternative of trying to figure out who your father is you have to do so many tests and you may have to approach so many people to understand if this is actually my father. Of course, in this day and age, it may be a little bit easier to do like a DNA test. But if the DNA test comes back negative for the person whom you think is your father, then you're going to have to do a DNA test for a lot of people in order to find out. And, whoever, at the end of the day, the process is easier if you hear from authority. And Shabda Brahma means authority. It means hearing directly from Krishna, from God, the truth, and then accepting that truth and following it, basically. In other words?
Okay, in other words, the consciousness of both the soul and supersoul is all pervading. The limited consciousness of the living entity is pervading the entire material body, and the supreme consciousness of the Lord is pervading the entire universe. Because the soul is present within the body, consciousness pervades the entire body. Similarly, because the Supreme Soul of Krishna is present within this universe, Everything is working in order. Maya diyakshena prakriti suyat sacharanam. That's Bhagavad Gita 9:10. This material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, and is producing all moving and unmoving beings. Okay.
No comments?
I've got no comment.
No comment, sir. No comment. Okay, last paragraph in this purport. Lord Shiva is therefore praying to the personality of Godhead to be kind to us so that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can understand everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. The word amushmai is significant in this regard because it indicates the best target one can aim for after attaining the higher planetary systems. Those who are engaged in fruitive activities, karmis, attain the higher planetary systems as a result of their past activities. And the Gyanis who seek unification or a monistic merging with the effulgence of the Supreme Lord also attain their desired end. But in the ultimate issue, the devotees who desire to personally associate with the Lord are promoted to the Vaikuntha Lokas or Goloka Vrindavan. The Lord is described in the Bhagavad Gita 10:12 as Pavitram Paramam, the supreme pure. This is also confirmed in this verse. Shukadeva Goswami has stated that the cowherd boys who played with Lord Krishna were not ordinary living entities. Only after accumulating many pious activities and various births does one get the opportunity to personally associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since only the pure can reach him, he is the supreme pure. And they say cleanliness is next to godliness, purity is next to godliness. So ultimately we're trying to become purified of the unwanted things in our heart so that we can approach Krishna. So like that, he is the Pavitram Paramam, he is the supreme pure. So yeah, that's kind of what stood out. But here also, Lord Shiva is praying to Krishna to be kind so that we can just chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and all knowledge will be revealed to us. So this is very, very lovely, very wonderful, and very inspiring to hear Lord Shiva praying in such a way like that. Any thoughts?
No.
Okay. Sure? Speak now, forever hold your pieces.
Well, it's just, okay. Someone who is a non-believer might look at this and say, it does not say in the verse that Lord Shiva said, chant Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada, why are you saying that?
My dear Lord, by expanding your transcendental vibrations, you reveal the actual meaning of everything. You are the all-pervading sky within and without, and you are the ultimate goal of pious activities executed both within this material world and beyond it. Therefore, offer my respectful obeisance in you, because you're expanding your transcendental vibrations.
So it's poetic license.
It means sound vibration.
Yeah, but I'm saying Prabhupada used poetic license.
Well, you can say like that, which diminishes what he's actually doing.
No, I'm trying to diminish Prabhupada.
No, but by saying it's poetic license means, like, poets may say, oh, it's let's make it more like this, and that leads to speculation. Prabhupada's not speculating. Philosophically, it is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that is vibrating and giving all knowledge and wisdom. And that's what he clarifies in the purport.
Okay, I'm convinced.
You're not really, but you're willing to submit.
No, I'm not submitting, I'm convinced.
Okay, perfect. Thank you all very much. We are also hoping that you are convinced. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srimad Bhagavatam Ki.
Jai.